Aha, you stumbled into exactly what I was talking about when I said power scaling logic makes no sense. So when people talk about a character moving faster than light or something like that, they usually say that that is calculated. Like how you know that Goku moves faster than light? Well, he got from point A to point B in X amount of time, and we estimated that it was X amount of time because this amount of time passed in the anime, or this amount of time passed between panels. And we estimated the distance because we saw how the distance was drawn. You put all that together and you're like, okay, he moves faster than light. So it's okay to take the drawings as data when doing that. But then I point out that if you do the same thing with the punches that land, most of those punches are not moving anywhere near the speed of light. They're moving at normal human speed. In fact, some are often moving slower than normal human speed. At which point, power scalers say, well, that's artistic license. They're slowed down so we could see them, but they're obviously moving faster than the eye can see. So why is it that you get to say it's artistic license when something would make a character weaker, but when something makes a character stronger, there's no artistic license, just data? There could also be artistic license in the feats that make it seem like Goku can move faster than light. You can't invoke artistic license when something would harm your case and not invoke it when something would help your case. That is cherry-picking data. That's what I talked about earlier. Similarly, when I bring up examples about how Goku gets hit by a rock or Goku gets grazed by a bullet, people say that's outliers. You're supposed to ignore outliers. Well, the strongest feats are outliers too. If you're actually talking about doing a data analysis, then if you're going to ignore the bottom outliers, you have to ignore the top outliers as well. Power scalers don't do that. They cherry pick the data that makes their argument seem best. And look, if you're having fun doing this, more power to you. This is not science. It can't be science. But there's no way to say that anyone's conclusion is more valid than anyone else's. That's my point. The rubric by which power scaling is done is incredibly weak. By the standards of any sort of analysis, whether statistical or just media analysis, it's particularly bad. So to claim that there is any objective truth to be found in power scaling is absurd. It's completely absurd. And I point out that absurdity by making the billion lions argument. Because if I do the same thing that people are doing when they argue for Goku or Sailor Moon or whoever, and just use the same strategies that those people use, but for a billion lions, people get so frustrated. And they get so frustrated because what I'm saying seems absurd, but I'm just doing the very same thing that every other power scaler is doing, just with a billion lions instead of their favorite character. So when you get upset at me for saying a billion lions beats Goku and outlining why, know that I'm only using the same strategies that you do. I am your reflection. You are looking in the mirror and you don't like it.